What's up, everybody? It's the 808 State from the Big Island of Hawaii. Today I want to talk to you guys about Mission Mode Autel Evo 2. Stay tuned. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I appreciate you guys tuning in. If this is the first time to my channel, I do drone tech related stuff, gear reviews, camera, equipment, and a YouTube series on teaching you how to film or how to use your equipment the most valuable way. If this is of any value to you, please subscribe, please hit the like, leave a comment in the section below, and I'll try to answer it. Now, to get to Autel Evo 2 Mission Mode. Mission Mode itself is a pretty cool function. You will be able to create either 3D mapping or you're going to look at updated stuff for your Google Maps. Be aware though, before getting started with missions, you're going to be able to set up your mission modes and your flight paths already prior to even getting out there. So that's the good part. Bad part, on the other hand, is that Google Maps and some maps are not up to date with everything that is there. So I would do a test flight first to determine which is the highest obstacle around the area during waypoint to determine what height you actually want to fly at, because you're going to be at the minimum of 33 feet to a maximum of the regular 399 that we have as FAA regulation here in the United States. Now with waypoint for rectangular and polygon, there is a set height in that whole thing already, and obstacle avoidance is actually on. So your route will get interrupted when obstacle avoidance is activated, and the drone will just stop and she will return back home and she will tell you that there's an obstacle in the way. After that being said, let's get started. Grab your guys' phones, hook it up, and start up your Autel app. You're gonna be able to determine if you wanna go either polygon, rectangular, or waypoint. On the polygon, I'll take just my lot as an example right over here. So this is my lot right here, and this lot is actually not up to date. Google Maps is not up to date at this part. But we create a new project. On the polygon, I just wanna set it up that it covers my lot. So I set the corner points right here, the side points, and I will be able to cover the entire lot right here. So this is pretty much like the raw thing. You're gonna see the flight path itself. The flight path has the triangles. During those times where the drone will be flying the part of the triangle, that is the part where she will be taking the pictures. She will create a nice folder that has pictures in order. Do not tamper with those pictures, because if you put those pictures out of order, the mapping on drone deploy might be off. You'll be able to save it for whatever safekeeping that you want until you're gonna be able to get out there to get filming, okay? After that one, you have, on the missions, you have the rectangular mode. In rectangular mode, it's pretty self-explanatory. You start create project, you start going, and you're actually going to be able to determine, oh, this is the square, and this is the sides, and this is how big I want the drone to fly, to take a picture or pictures for this whole stuff, which is a property survey. That's pretty much all that is. It's a property survey of your stuff to create mapping, accurate mapping, and 3D mapping. After that one, even that one, you're going to be able to save. I saved mine already for the 3 flights that I did. And last but not least, you have waypoint. Under waypoint, you're going to be able to determine where you want to start. With click create mission, you're going to be able to flight altitude, which is a minimum of 33 feet, and I believe a maximum of 399. Is that what it is? Yes, 399 through the FAA regulations. You have to stick with it. At the finish action, you're going to be able to determine what you want the drone to do, either to go home or to go hover. On the camera action, you will be able to determine if it's either start recording, stop recording, take a photo, time lapse, etc. On the flight speed, you're going to be able to choose between 2 miles per hour and 22 miles per hour. While 2 miles per hour will determine that the drone will go 2 miles per hour, and 22 is the fastest way. On the heading, you will be able to determine if it's either the route, the manual, or the custom. And with the gimbal pitch, you're going to be able to determine, once you take off, what pitch you want the drone already to be looking down at. This is only valuable during the time of waypoint flight setting. With waypoint flight setting, you are going to be able to, that's the only time you're going to be able to determine all these settings. In rectangular and polygon, it will not give you that option. After clicking OK, you're going to be able to set your start point. In your start point from there on out, you're just going to be able to set multiple waypoints to determine where you want the drone to go, how far you want it to fly. After being set up this way, last point you're going to be able to set as E, which is the ending point, the drone will either hover after that or return back home to you, depending on what you set up in your settings. Now, in order to utilize whatever you take while doing missions in rectangular or in polygon, there's one website that I found that you can go on. It's called dronedeploy.com. On the dronedeploy.com, you're going to be able to create a profile. You register with your email. You can do individual at first, and there's a 14-day trial at first for you to try out. Once you did that, you go on to new project and you pull over from the folder that this drone creates all the pictures. You draw it right over, drag and drop pretty much into the folder, and you wait for the processing to finish. Once the processing is finished, as you can see on my Google Maps, this is how my lot usually looks like on Google Maps. This is how it looks now, because the image on Google Maps is a few years old. So my lot has developed and buildings have come up, new items are there, new trees and grass has grown. Besides that, you're also going to be able to create a 3D model of that whole thing. So this is the 3D model right here. As you look at it, when you can spin it around, you can look around, which is actually a pretty cool function. You can actually look at all these things. You have a 3D printout of everything, or 3D mapping pretty much, and it actually, even when you look over here, it actually even includes me in the middle of everything. So now that is pretty much what missions is all about. For Waypoint itself, you're actually going to be able to determine that you want to fly and how it's going to fly. The one thing that bothers me the most in mission Waypoint flying, and you are setting up your waypoint on how to go and how to fly and where it's supposed to go, which is good for moving objects. If you don't want to hold the controller in your hand, you just set it up to that. Look down for the, but if you have somebody else who actually can fly the drone, let them do it. You know what I mean? But it is going to be helpful. The only bad part about it, though, is that you will have filming in HDR. It will not be able to determine that, oh, I want to do manual settings. So that's all set up to manual flight, where you change up all your stuff. And so far, what I've seen, when I was flying it, it showed me only the HDR option. You can't change anything else, no manual exposure. It does the white balance, everything on its own. So there you have it. That's mission for you. If this is the first time to my channel, please don't forget, subscribe, hit the bell, leave a like, and leave a comment in the section below. I also leave my product information in the description below. You can click on the links. There's also going to be a link for dronedeploy.com. You can check it out, and that's pretty much it. That's missions for you. I hope you guys are going to be all right. Don't forget, COVID-19 is still outside there. Be a nice human, wear a mask, wash your hands, be safe, everybody. Take it easy. Aloha.